what do you feel makes My Credit Guy, your company, unique? And I guess I also would like to issue a warning for some things to look for in credit restoration and repair partners, because let's say our audience has somebody else that they're looking at using, right? Because obviously I think that you're the logical choice. However, it's a free market, right? People can choose whatever they want. So what should they be looking for to make sure they're not falling into a trap of, kind of a fly-by-night company, or one that takes money and doesn't really do anything?
Yeah, well, unfortunately in our industry, you got to worry about the fly-by-night. You got to worry about the big national companies that are getting sued right now as well. Like the law companies that say that they're law companies. And so here's what you got to watch for. Making outrageous claims saying, hey, we have the special sauce. We know how to do what somebody else doesn't do. If they say, look at this file that we got everything deleted from. Look, we have great files, great results all the time. I would never in my marketing brag about that, because there's just a legal way to do it. And so that's a big red flag when somebody is trying to entice you by saying, like, we get everything deleted. They can't know that. They haven't looked at your file. They don't know if you're 100% liable for that debt or not, and if that's the proper game plan. And if they go that route of kind of trying to whitewash credit, just so many bad things typically happen during the mortgage process itself, with things popping back up, questions having to be answered, and then clients kind of being stuck in a spot where they have to explain what they did, right? So charging up front is against federal law. You can't charge up front either. We believe that means a setup fee. We believe that means a paperwork filing fee. We believe, because the FCRA also says that you should not charge a client until you have performed credit restoration services for them. Yeah. And it's implied that they're going to be seeing results by then too, right? So we don't charge anything until the 30th day of service. We do free reviews on all files, where most credit repair companies just say, hey, do you have negatives? Do you have a credit card? Great, you're a good client, right? The other thing to keep in mind is that there's a lot of companies that they talk a big game on Facebook. They seem to know stuff, maybe even a little bit weird, like too much granular information. They're talking like about gimmicky things, I guess you would say. But a lot of those companies are just fronts, and then they farm their disputes out to these big credit repair kind of processing hubs. Like most credit repair companies do that, to tell you the truth. We have all of our own processors internally. So every single person that touches a file works for My Credit Guy. I can go talk to them. I can get them on a Zoom right now if there's anything with a file that needs to be addressed, right? So just the quality control. The other thing is that each one of our clients are assigned to a dedicated credit coach throughout the entire process. So there's always that one point of contact, where most credit repair companies are either being shuffled around, or they only have a handful of those coaches and they can't scale or keep up with their lender partners, where we have dozens and dozens of great people, and we are in the process of hiring dozens and dozens more right now. So just a few things to watch out for.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like that's pretty straightforward, because it's actually been, as I've been kind of on this journey for us, and as we evolve our processes and our campaigns and automations and all that, we have had a few handfuls of members that have expressed kind of concern about, it's almost, it's kind of akin to that whole, you just got out of a relationship that didn't go well, so you're like, I don't want to date anymore. And it's like, well, okay, I mean, I get that, but it's, I guess there's like that hesitation that a lot of lenders that I've seen have towards credit restoration and repair. And so their answer to that is to just not play at all. And, I feel like that obviously is a dangerous precedent, not only to your own bank account, but to the value you're providing to the borrower.
Yeah. So a lot of people that have had bad experiences with credit repair companies in the past, it's two camps, right? The first camp, I'm just like, well, what did you expect? Like, what did they tell you when you first started, like, doing business? Like, what referral fee were they trying to pay you, or what were they bringing to you that you're like, oh my gosh, these guys are on the up and up, right? Like, so there's fly-by-night companies like that all the time, right? Then the other thing is, that you just have to do your research. Like, if you want it to be a pillar of your business, if you want this to be a vertical basically of yours, where your clients consistently that are turned down or assess as needing credit issues, if you want a consistent pipeline of 2, 3, 5 of those loans coming back to you per month, just treat it like that. Do a little bit of research, interview a few companies, us being one of them, and you will find very quickly why a lot of high-profile lenders use us and enjoy us and see great results with us, right? So I'm just saying, don't accept that first solicitation that's willing to pay you $50 a file. Go with the company that actually gets the job done and makes you thousands of dollars on files.